Hey guys, Matt here, the Broken Supercoach. Just checking in. Teams have just dropped, so we'll run through them. Short list today, so we'll have a quick geeze through here. Also keeping a close eye on the McKay business as well. Throw your comments about what you think there. I think personally you should get off. We'll see how that's aged by the time I upload this video. And then we'll jump into some potential trade choices and then plans for the week coming through. Spoiler alert, I've checked ahead. I could be in serious trouble next week. But let's have a look. So we'll start up. Not much here. Cam Guthrie in. So for those who got him in, you'd be pretty happy to see this name now. It'll just be a matter of how he plays with Dangerfield. Not sure if that's the first game that he'll play without Dangerfield. And Dangerfield does seem to be in a bit of a slack role at the moment. So keep an eye on him. I'm certainly not looking to bring Guthrie in this year. He's quite a nice scorer, but he's not for me. Bulldogs unchanged, so that means no sign of... Is it Scott, but no sign of McNeil, isn't it? It doesn't matter. I've already traded McNeil, but if you've got McNeil, that's probably a sign to say that, hey, he's done here. So, nice timing. Gold Coast and Port. Nothing really. This team is not hugely relevant. They've got a lad 100k player that a lot of people are talking about at the moment. Just trying to locate where he is. A guy called Jeffrey, I think his name is. A lot of people are talking about this guy Jeffrey. Could be worth looking at. Not named here with a bunch of outs, so I'm not sure the realism of that guy playing or not. So I think about it if a defender comes in, but there is, as we'll see in a minute, there is a better defender to take, and I'm going to try to find a way to get him in. Port-wise, nothing here. They got their ruckman back, absolute sniper. Nothing really huge there. I don't think nothing's really relevant through here. I'm just trying to see some names, see if anyone's happy. No sign of... Oh, nothing at all, really. Robbie Gray has been a popular talk at the moment. Named at full forward. He's got some high CBAs from what I'm hearing. I haven't really followed him because I don't want anything to do with him. But it could be worth a look between him or Toby Green. They're both as reliable as each other. And probably a better choice than Heaney, come to think about it. Here's the big one. GWS and Carlton. Kieran Briggs in. From what I remember, Briggs is on the bubble. We'll have a look in a tick. I do really like this. He's shown that he'll play every now and then, so it could be worth going. If he's not on the bubble, maybe I don't like it, so I'll have a look. Interesting to see Phil Davis back and just dropped with Mumford injured, so wait and see what those sort of news are. We can even have a think about that. So maybe Briggs gets a longer-term look. Who's named? Flynn named as the ruck. And your standard guys, Josh Kelly, Whitfield on either end, on either side of the square. That's really nice. Taranto Hoppy. There's some good names here. I don't think Toby Green is a bad pick, honestly. I know a lot of people have asked and spoken about Toby Green and are getting Green in. I can't do it. There's 3 guys. I've already made the mistake. Well, there's 4 guys that I don't like going anywhere near. And those 4 guys are Toby Green, Robbie Gray, Heaney, and Zorko. And I did 2 of them this year, and arguably they've both burnt me. Zorko maybe has. Zorko rewards you with unbelievable scores, but here he is not playing in round 14 when I really needed the guy. Probably the only reason I got him in and paid up so much was because he was going to play in round 14. So got suspended. Gronk. Toby Green's the same. He's not going to play... Oh, I mean, he might, but I'll be shocked if he plays every game from here on out. Heaney, same story. We'll talk about him in my trades this week. Absolute regret of a decision. And Gray's burned me a couple of years in the past too, so... Gray's not so much. Gray's a bit of a Hinkley special there, where this guy is one of the best midfielders in the league, and he just can't help but play him at full forward, forward pocket, full forward for most of the game. For some reason, he just does it. So I can't explain that either. Nothing here. Finally made a big call, dropped Mark Murphy. Well done to Carlton. But there's nothing really relevant in these names whatsoever. I think Parks was a chance that he's a rookie, maybe. Not sure about that. Or at least was for a period of time. Probably not relevant, though. Love to see Madden in. You love to see it. Which is great. That's an extra player that we'll have this week. And probably for quite a while, because Leicester seems to be the guy. Zorko, like I said, you absolute gronk. It will obviously be staying in my team, but how frustrating. Leicester seems to be the injury for Madden. So we'll get a week out of Madden, maybe some more. Hopefully he can make a bit of money for us, and we can use him and the last rookie we keep, perhaps Lockie Jones, and use those two guys to get up a fair way and get us a bit of money, eh? I don't think there's a huge amount here. Aaron Hall, very popular. All-Australian halfback, in my opinion. Love him at the moment. He's so good. Brisbane. They're Brisbane. So, as you can see, I've had a look through here. Impey, I think, we'll speak about him in the trades. Named in the backline again. I do not like it. Brockman named will be really nice. I'll try to fit him on field. Named in emergencies, of course, but in the first 4. So I'm pretty happy with that. Jai Newcomb, though, just there. So keep an eye on this. Hawthorn are up there as far as some of my most hated team at the moment after the junk they pulled with Reeves. Pull him an hour before, even though he went off injured 2 weeks before that. So, I mean, that is a genuine stitch-up. And now he's not here this week. So, in my mind, there was absolutely no way he was playing last week. So ridiculous that they've done something like that. And now we're in a really awkward situation where we really need Grundy to play next week. Otherwise, I'm risking getting a 0. Anyone who has Callum Coleman-Jones still in ruck is really lucky. Obviously not this week, but if Grundy's not back next week, then they are really lucky. But he's back training, looking good, fresh cut. So hopefully he plays. Monitor him, of course. Hopefully Newcomb plays. He's one of the ins. Look, the way I see this is if Newcomb doesn't play this week, then Hawthorn are genuine piss takers. I wish nothing but the worst for them, and they'll be in St Kilda level territory if they drop Newcomb after the week that he just had. The other one I want to talk about, was Impey. I think I've got to throw him this week. I think I've got to send him. He's not in the best 6. His role is too dangerous. With Jath playing a little bit more in that role, Hardwick also playing a bit more in that halfback role. Impey's just not getting the ball. He's going up forward a lot more, and he's relying on goals for his scores. So, unlucky. New Lachlan Bramble named on the bench. Keep an eye on it. But like I said, I want nothing to do with Hawthorn rookies. And then Essendon have just done all of this. Waterman injured. You hate to see it. I've already traded him. Most people probably will now. A bunch of names from the bench, I imagine. Those guys are Durham. Keep an eye on him. We'll keep an eye on this on Friday, but realistically, I'm not seeing a huge amount done. I would like to try to get Parrish this week, and I probably will full send to get him. The other one is Langford named on the wing. I love that he's named there on the wing, despite all of this mockery that's happening. Nothing really will affect his role. McGrath being injured, I think, is big for Langford. I think he'll get a bit more minutes than we'd like. I think he's a better option than Dale up here. Dale named on the wing too. But I just feel with a chance that Dunkley comes back, I think Dale potentially drops off. That's the teams. Let us know if there's anything that you sort of popped your eye there. Anything interesting that you thought about. Let's go in and have a look at what the trades are going to be this week. Or might be this week. A really big... I'll probably and ah about this for a fair while. We'll just have a quick looky-loo here. So, I've made the decision. I know I did a trade. I traded Lockie Jones on the Sunday show. I don't think I'll do that. I think to get Parrish in, I need an expensive player. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say. a guy more than 200-ish. So I can't do Murphy, I can't do Highmore. Those Bianco, they're not on the radar. Plus, I want to get a little more money out of these guys and perhaps use them for cover. I think Bianco for cover, Murphy for cover, Highmore probably. He's one of the rookies I trade out to do my final upgrade. Whereas Impey, compared to Jones, so if it's one of these two, Impey will drop 50k this week. 26, strong doubt. That's it is projected of 76, which won't happen. It might. I might be wrong, but so realistically, they're going to go. And like I said, I'm done with Heaney. This was a stupid trade. Apologies to anyone who followed me. That was silly. Poulter, as much as I'd love to keep him for after the buys, he's made good money, and I need it. So there's that one there. And McCreary, same. Collingwood player, not playing. Get him off. So what does that mean? Well, we bring in the obvious, Parrish. And then we send Zorko back home to the forward line. And what we do is we grab the other obvious one, which is Ajay Newcomb. So we do that there. And that leaves us with a couple of spots open. We need to get a 6 forward. So we've got Hall, Bolton, Zeeble, Zorko, and probably we need to get another forward. So we'll probably choose whether it's going to be one of these two. So let's go for Langford at the moment, just because the difference between Dale and Langford. I'll show you guys actually before we do that. So we'll go stats. It's just forwards. We'll go round 13. We'll go total points. So Dale is 524, averaging 97, 116 in his last couple, 100 in his last 5. Really nice. But Langford is 50k cheaper, doing pretty similar numbers over his last 5, last 3. So lower average, but it's a new role because he's replaced the likes of Devon Smith and now McGrath. So for 50k, I think you just have to do it. Dale's probably the more reliable pick if you've got cash to spare, but I would like that 50k. It's ideal. So then 200, need to bring someone in. Who was the rookie that we saw just before? He was sorry to jump back to this screen, but a Bramble. I'll look at him. I don't think he'll be playing, but we'll look at him anyway. We'll go. Bramble. Where is he? He could be. Perhaps he's somewhere else. We'll look for him after. He's not a forward, so we need to bring in some type of playing player, be it a mid or a forward. I think with Briggs playing, he's probably the one we go, and I prefer Briggs over picking Edwards this week. And the reason I prefer that is because, and Briggs is on the bubble too, so second game, or one game, sorry, but whatever. I prefer Briggs over Edwards because Edwards, you don't know what's going to happen with Edwards next week. He may not get games where this guy is playing, so we'll take that and we'll have a guy there. So that leaves us with 80k. Yes, we're low on trades. Yes, we're going to have extremely tough time injury-wise going forward. And next week, I could be in a serious disaster if Grundy doesn't play. I think he will. And I still think Reeves will come back, so he may be handy cover down the line. So let's shout out to old mate who gave me the optimize button. There we go there. So it's hit everyone that we want, which means we have... Now let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe. So we'll go 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 playing, which is a nice number. I think most people are looking at 13, 14, 15. We'll see. They're going to be... I'll probably drop in the ranks again this week, but we will see. I've already forgotten who I recommended as the captain on Sunday. I think it was Bond, though there was a risk that he would get tagged. Averages good mileage against them. So let's go Bond into a... I think it was Lions who looked good against North. Is that the one I was... Yeah, Lions who averages well against North, and North can't North can barely... Oh, sorry. Parrish was the one I was thinking of as well. So you can't really look at his history because he doesn't play well. But what you can do is you can sort of see Hawthorn average 85 against mids. And you can say, well, what does North do? North's give up 89. And he's had some big scores against them in the past. They can't tag either. So I'll probably go Lions. I don't like that it's in Tasmania. I don't like that it's in... But that's probably the safest call. Looking at all these guys. If I had a Josh Kelly, he'd probably be the one that I'd pick. If I had a Port player who I liked, I'd probably look there. But I think they're the best choices. I'm hoping that Bont goes for huge. Same again, whenever it's Bont versus McRae for games, you just take a look. Not a big score against Geelong. There will be tags happening, and I just like Bont's form at the moment, where he's running. Yeah, he has not. He hasn't. I mean, look at it. You can't ignore that. 107 against Richmond's his worst game, and I think he was underscored in that game because they lost, if I remember rightly. So he was underscored. Other than that, 82 against North, and that was when he was tagged. So keep that in mind. Well, they had a stinker start. I don't remember now. I think the game was so easy that nobody scored highly. Either way, that's the video. That's the show. Wouldn't mind taking a quick look while I'm here. Ooh, still haven't done this, so we'll just keep an eye on that McKay saga there. Fingers crossed he gets off, because AFL could turn into a joke if he gets done. Let us know what you're thinking about doing trade-wise. You're doing Josh Kelly, you're doing Parrish. Which one? Can you afford it? Can you afford anyone? What do you feel about Jeremy Cameron? Toby Green, what do you think about him? Brockman named as emergency. Could the dream be that Newcomb and Brockman are both named and we get 15 players playing? I mean, wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah, good luck this week. Especially in your leagues. I mean, this round 14 is a stitch up. Oh well, that's me. Have a good one. I'll check back in with you guys Sunday night, and hopefully it's not too much of a disaster.